Hello BG, I'm Leo Goldman, and this is your Friday Falcons Sports Report. In other sports, the Falcons volleyball team had a terrific month of September. They were riding a 7-game win streak heading into Saturday's matchup against the Western Michigan Broncos. Falcons won over their previous 3 MAC opponents, but the match did not start out as the Falcons had hoped. The Broncos moved quickly, jumping out to a convincing 2-set lead. Bowling Green clawed their way back, winning the 3rd set before ultimately falling in the 4th. Midweek action came to the Doit Tuesday when BG took on Kent State in Carl Pelini's first home game since taking over as head coach. The matchup featured 2 teams looking for their first MAC win of the season. Kent would open the scoring nearly halfway through the first on a Woody Barrett 24-yard pass to Joel Shaw for an early 7-0 lead. BG would respond towards the end of the first with a 30-yard field goal from Nate Needham. Needham would then notch a 34-yard upright splitter a few minutes into the second. BG would take a 13-7 lead with 2:57 left in the half on a Jarrett Dagey 9-yard toss to Dorian Hendricks. Kent State would retake the lead seconds before halftime when Woody Barrett ran a QB keeper into the end zone for a 14-13 lead heading into the half. At the half, head coach Carl Pelini seemed pleased with his team's first half performance.
I thought when we were doing things the way we were coached to do them and when we were executing, we did okay. And when we made our mistakes, we let them back in the football game. So hopefully we can eliminate those mistakes and play a little sharper this half.
With 3:49 left in the third, Joel Shaw ran in his second touchdown of the night to make it 21-13. BG would answer back yet again to tie the game on a 4-yard connection from Dagey to Ravion Hargrove to make it 21-all after a 2-point conversion. But less than 2.5 minutes later, Antoine Dixon took a pass from Barrett 2 yards into the end zone to give Kent the lead 28-21. BG wouldn't give up as Noah Massey's 12-yard reception was good enough to tie it up yet again. But Kent would put the nail in the coffin when Joel Shaw made it a hat-trick night on an 18-yard run. After the game, Coach Pelini gave his thoughts on the game.
I thought we fought. I thought there was a lot of fight in us. I think we fought to the very end. Made some mistakes. There was sloppy play at times with the penalties and whatnot.
BG's next game is November 10th at 3 p.m. in Mount Pleasant versus the Central Michigan Chippewas. For BG24, I'm Leo Goldman. Now, I know you're not a big touchy-feely, emotional guy, but I read those numbers off, and 21 wins away from 700 wins. I mean, those numbers got to do something for you.
Well, I guess what hits me is just we've had a lot of great players.
Last question for you, JB. You've often said that it is important for athletes and for people in your position to use their platform to speak up on issues. You often talked about the domestic violence issue in the NFL. How important truly is it for people in your position, athletes and coaches, to use the platform that they've been given to talk about social issues?
Social issues are a reality of the day.
You set a lot of records in your time here at BG. We won't mention all of them because we'd be here for a long time, but just a couple to mention. You set the school record for points as a freshman, and you started all but one game in your time here at BG. What do those records mean to you looking back?
Looking back, I was surrounded with great teammates. And
I'm in a place right now where the Falcons didn't find themselves a lot in 2017, the end zone. But Datron Guyton and Scotty Miller have a plan to change all that. I sat down with them recently to talk about Falcon football and their expectations for 2018. You guys obviously play the game in 2 different styles. Datron, you stand at 6'5". Scotty, a little bit of an undersized wide receiver at 5'10". How do you think this plays into your guys' ability to kind of play off of each other?
I think we both play fast with speed, which will help.
BG football kicks off in 5 days versus Oregon. I caught up with head coach Mike Jinks on Thursday after practice to talk about his team's preparedness level, Jarrett Dagey, and more from the Doit. You've never been one to shy away from a chance to hype up Jarrett Dagey. How good has he looked the past few days?
Well, he's been very efficient.
David Konowalski out for the year with an Achilles tear. What's your message been to the rest of the defensive line as far as how to step up and fill that role?
Well, not just the defense line, it's just every position on a football team.
It's been 3 years since the last MAC championship. Tell these fans why they should be excited about the 2018 version of the BGSU Falcons.
Well, I tell you what, we've got a very, very the culture in our locker room.